Good morning. You join us today on what I want to say what we like to call, but we don't have a name for this. What are you calling it?
Kelly forces me to make content while I drive.
That's a wonderful name for it. And what this one will be about is I actually really want to know more about Calvin's Le Mans experience. He recently went to the 24 hours of Le Mans for the first time. And if anyone knows anything about a petrol head, you'll know that is a bucket list event for many petrol heads. And he has gone for the first time. So, as a kickoff question, could you tell us why this is such an exciting event for a petrol head like yourself?
I will tell you. But I just want to mention, like, your framing made it seem like I just didn't tell you about my trip. And now I'm doing you and me both a favor by actually sharing my experience. I think what you're trying to say is you'd like me to share it with everybody else. 'Cause I have told you about the trip.
He has told me about the trip.
Yes. And modesty. Let's not pretend I'm the first person in this car to have done Le Mans. You've already been.
I have already been, but I think we all know that I am not the petrol head that you are, and while it was a wonderful experience to me, it was an amazing experience for you. So I'd like to hear it from your perspective.
Okay, well, let me tell you. I don't consider myself a huge motorsport guy. I love motorsport. I love certain types of motorsport. I'm there for the drama, the speed, the noise, the cars, the petrol, all of those things, obviously. But I realized that
everything I don't like about like motorsport.
Maybe. But I realized there's a big component to my petrol-headedness that I don't think is shared by everyone. A lot of people now, but not back in the day. And that's the fact that while I love cars, writing about cars, taking photos of cars, a lot of my formative years around cars was actually via gaming. So I would be one of the guys at N1 City till 2 in the morning playing Sega Rally and Daytona and all those racing games, really.
So petrolhead and a game corp in one.
Yes, but also, Gran Turismo, that generation. So I very much developed my love for motorsport and cars, not just on the street, not just dicing. That was there.
You did dicing?
No. Not well. And but basically Le Mans, we did do several, I've known this racetrack, Sarthe. I've seen the Goodyear Bridge. I never thought I'd actually walk over the bridge way too many times. That track is huge. We'll get to that. But actually being there, I've done go-kart races where we would do Le Mans, a race through the night. I've done virtual Le Mans.
Do those go-karts handle like a Mini?
No. I know the marketing suggests that Minis handle like go-karts, but thank God they handle better than go-karts. But I grew up knowing about and loving and aspiring to Le Mans, but nothing prepares you for being there. The noises, the smells. I should establish that the only reason why I was there was because Toyota invited me. They had fielded 2 hybrid hypercars to challenge Ferrari to take back their title. Ferrari pretty much ended their reign, their consecutive wins a couple of years ago. And Toyota wanted that title back. So there's quite a bit of drama. Motorsport drama is the best kind of drama. There's TV shows based around it. But this was quite intense. The atmosphere, it was electric. But not literally electric. There were no EVs, thank God. It was petrol, it was noise, it was crowds, it was screaming, and that's just me.
Okay, so it was an exciting event overall. Could you tell us what was your favorite part? Or rather, no. What was your most memorable part of the event?
I struggle with this only because it was such a blur. My most memorable moment is probably when Toyota actually took the win, because we were in Toyota hospitality, and it just felt like everyone there was so invested in this team. It's like everyone knew everyone. We knew a handful of people, and that was always like on the media side, but these guys knew the drivers, they knew the mechanics. We did get to go into the garage, and that was quite intense, because as we got in there, they were showing us around, and at some point they were like, cut it short, get these guys out here. And that was because both Toyotas actually pitted. And you don't want to be, you don't want to hear that some South African Jonah tripped over a tire and robbed Toyota of this epic win that took 24 hours and like a couple of billion euro to pull off. So we didn't want to cause an international incident. We got the hell out there, but it was intense. It was awesome because we got to see like the data loggers. We got to see the drivers who basically like they chill in this little area where they watch the TV. They've got to watch the TV, the race live, for an hour before they get into that seat. So it's like they can just like hit pause and unpause, and they're back in the action again, and they know what's going on. They don't just get into the car and go, where were we? What was the strategy? They are like clued up right up until that moment. And that was quite insightful. Like there's a lot of insight you gain.
You have an incoming call 278-273.
Hey, want to see where I am? I'm not freaking out. You freaking out.
So you mentioned a lot of things that were memorable. You also mentioned to me that something that you really enjoyed was the start of the race. Could you tell us why that was such an awesome experience?
So I know we overuse the term epic. Let me tell you how the race started, and you tell me if it's epic or not. So, also Sprach Zarathustra. It is the theme song from Space Odyssey. It's the music. The music's got me.
Star Wars.
Space Odyssey. Both the movie by Stanley Kubrick and the nightclub in Cape Town. Long story. But basically, it's like, I feel like it might be the inspiration for like most of John Williams' scores. Superman, Star Wars, all of it. But it rises and rises. I've gone nuts. I mean, you could just cough. There she goes.
I'm so sorry.
She is a cougher. It's fine. I am not saying the name of that song again, but basically, it's this just huge orchestral score, trumpets, crescendos, and that's how the race started. It's not a 1, 2, 3, it's a rolling start. So everyone kind of just crawls behind the pace car and safety car, pace car, and by the time they come around, it's like bam, bam, that is when the song ends, and these over 100 and odd cars with like 1 million cylinders and 1 billion drivers all cross the line, and the crowd is on their feet and everyone is cheering, and it's just it's mega. It was completely mega, and like the ground shook, and it was completely breathtaking.
That sounds epic.
I know. That's what I've been saying. Yeah, no, that was probably the biggest moment, actually.
That sounds epic. To wrap it up quickly for us, could you explain why an event like this, participating in an event like this, is important to a company like Toyota, or any other manufacturer, I guess, but obviously we'll focus on Toyota for this one. Why is their participation important to them, but not only because it's great to win, so they get all of that recognition. Like, what does it mean for the manufacturer at the end of the day?
I'm gonna paraphrase this horribly, but in Toyota hospitality, there's basically a huge sign on the wall that says something vaguely along the lines of, we're not doing this for the marketing, and we're not doing it for the win and so on. We're doing it for the spirit, I don't want to use the word participation, but we're doing it for all the right reasons. And it really is a case of how you interpret it. And for me, it's like, it's definitely for the honor and the prestige and the camaraderie and the teamwork and so on. But bigger than that, it is obviously important for any manufacturer to win a title on the world stage at the pinnacle, the very pinnacle of endurance motorsport. And Le Mans it's an event in itself, but it actually represents one race within the WEC Endurance Championship that travels all over the world, but it's the one with the most flowers. It's a really big deal. And to pull off a win there is a statement. And I think it's important. Obviously, you could argue that it filters down to other cars in their range. You've got Toyota's new supercar / hypercar, the GR GT, which looks stunning. And there's a little bit of shared componentry, but there's also the concept of a halo car. Like, we do this so that we can sell this, and it's real. It's not a dream. We're not selling you a pipe dream. We're selling you capability, we're selling you legacy, heritage, and so on. For me personally, I'm just glad they competed so I could go on like the ultimate motorsport holiday, selfishly. But yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. It sounds like you had a wonderful trip, an epic trip, one would say. And thank you for sharing your insights and just the way you experienced the event with all of us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be here all week. I won't, it's a car.